think you need a meal. You ain't even eat while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Toward the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
Mixon with a first down carry. Mixon with a first down and more. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 62 yards on the ground. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, first and 10 at their own 23. He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Complete to number 4.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Los Angeles. Let's go, D. Man up, man up. Hey, 40.
Herbert on first down now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Now left side on the swing pass. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Austin Eckler.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
In punt formation for the Chargers.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Burrow from his own end zone. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Joe Burrow.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The return is Reed. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Their own 32.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10. At about the 32. They'll hand off here to Eckler. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Carl Lawson on the
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Chargers.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Bengals 6, Chargers 0.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
The tackle made.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, they run with Nixon. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Loss of 1. Makes it
so time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here comes Reed. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
47-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. But instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown.
Michael Badgley.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Bengals.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Flushed out right. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll come out in the pistol. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 3 yards out. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point forthcoming. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
14. Chargers 7. Tucker McCann.
McCann's got it teed up. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Austin Eckler.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. To the air again, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Herbert.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Los Angeles.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
29-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for circle round twice for the encore.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, first and 10 at their own 22. They started on the ground with Eckler, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24 as a ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
Extra point up and through, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's Eckler again, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow going for it all. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Bengals 27. Chargers.
McCann's got it teed up. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This out quickly to Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Chargers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Austin Eckler, the
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Once more, here's Eckler. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Anthony Lynn went for it, but did not get him. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Is a turnover on down.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Burrow on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Chargers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
It brings up 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. The 30. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, it will make a nice play on the ball. And that's all she wrote.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, Looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Going deep here for Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard.
They go play action now. Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
First down.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18.
First down, Chargers.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert rolling to his right. And he's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Herbert off of play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Hunter Henry, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yards to go.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st down, Mixon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Bengals 55.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.